Hey guys, Momentaijankguy here, bringing you a new One Piece deck profile. It's going to be on the new OPO5 deck for Belo Betty. I was very excited for this leader to come out since they revealed it for like when set 4 was basically coming out, and Belo Betty is like one of my favorite characters from the show, even though and manga, because I don't believe she has like that many appearances. But I'm really a big fan of her Devil Fruit. Her Devil Fruit is like, hey, don't be a weakling, be swole instead. So this is our leader. Has a very, very strong ability. So active main, you can trash one card in your hand that has the Revolutionary Army card type from your hand. Up to 3 of your characters that have Revolutionary Army or trigger, you get plus 3,000 power during this turn, which is huge. So all your trigger cards, basically, like the 1 drops, the 5 cost, 5k, become 8k for no Dawn at all, and just putting 2 Dawn makes them 10k, which is insane. So that's the leader, which is put her right over here. Now on to the 1 drops. So this deck plays very good on a curve. I do not play any high end cards because I feel like it doesn't really need it, because this deck is a glass cannon basically. You basically hope all your triggers in your life are just bodies to play, and you just swing out basically and just try to win from there. And so, all right, so we are playing for the Searcher Belo Betty. So on play, look at the top 5 cards of your deck, add one revolutionary army type from among them to your hand, except herself, and then you bottom deck them in any order. So very good card. With the leader skill, she becomes a 5k body, which is crazy because, like, oh, she's not useless. Like, all right, you get to search the next turn. If she doesn't die, you can swing for 5k, which guarantees you they're gonna either take the hit or they're gonna discard 1 card out of their hand just to stop it. And basically, since once they see what the deck does, she basically becomes a blocker. Where, like, okay, I have to get rid of your board, but if they don't, it helps. And so when I was making this deck, I needed some filler, and so I put in one 2020 Chopper blocker. And ironically, though, as funny as it is, because I needed a 50 gift card, he's been coming in like clutch a lot, just having a 1k blocker. And the my opponents don't like blockers, whoever from when I played against them, and they always try to get rid of it. Or when they swing was like a 7k, I'm like, okay, sweet, block. It's like, I know you're baiting it out, but it's a swing that I would rather block instead of me taking a life and then them just killing it, which it could have been like an attack I could have stopped. So just a 5. Oh, give me 1 second. All right. Next, on to the 2 drops. So we're playing 4 Koalas. Koala is a very strong card. She is a 2k counter. You don't really play her too much, but when you do, it's for like comboing off with other cards that are already on the field. So on play, if your leader has a Revolutionary Army type, you can give up to one of your opponent's characters minus 3k. And that's a lot. It's not 2k, it's 3k. And she is a 3k body, so with the leader, becomes a 6k swing. And yeah, just a very nice altar too. Very pretty. And then we are playing 3 Kumas. Kuma is a fantastic card, but I feel like I don't need it at 4. I need it at 3 has been really nice. And for the security effect is, if your leader card is multicolored, you can just play this card for free without having to discard a card. Next, the on play is KO one of your opponent's characters 2,000 power or less. So this is very good for killing like Brulees, the VV blockers and stuff like that. The new Rebecca, she has no power. So on play, just kill the Rebecca. You get rid of a blocker that's like preventing you from like from winning. And very comboing off nice with the Belo Betty for like your turn 2 play. If they had, as long as you go second. If they play like a body, it's like, okay, sure, I'm on play, minus 3k to your 5k body, and then just finish it off with Kuma. It's a very, very strong card. And then we were playing 4. I was debating about playing 3, but the 4 has been coming up a lot for me. And so his skill is If you have a character with 7,000 power or more other than himself, this character gains rush. So, like for instance, like this 5k, if he's 7k power, he gets rush. And another thing too, if you have 2 on the field and you discard a card for Belo Betty, they're both going to be 7k, but they're going to see each other, so they'll both gain rush basically. In case somebody tries to tell you that they don't. Sorry about that. Because if it says if you have a character with 7,000 or more power, or 7,000 power or more other than this character, this card gains rush. So as long as it sees itself, it'll gain rush too. Now onto the 3 cost. This is where everything comes into play for all your big body swings. So Morley is very strong. It is the best card to hit in security. Sorry, I played Digimon too. You guys know that in your life, but it's also one of the worst cards in your hand because it is. I believe it's the only card in the deck, aside from the Chopper blocker, that does not have combo counter. So it is a 3 cost. When attacking, if this character has 7,000 more power, when he attacks, you cannot block, which is insane. It's like, oh, you have 5 blockers, can't swing. And the trigger is you may trash 1 card in your hand if your leader is multicolored, which it is. Play for free. So you hope this is not in your hand because it's very easy to get rid of, especially in this format with Sakazuki. You're like running around. I put on locals today. I bubbled, unfortunately. I got 9th place. Sakaguchi can easily get rid of this, and it's not fun. So you pray this card's always in your life. Next we play Karasu. This is the MVP for cost in the deck. The second one I would like to say. So on play, if your leader card has a revolutionary army type, he gets one of your opponent's characters or leaders gets minus 1k power for the entire turn, which is big because it makes all your weenies, even without using Belo Betty's skill, to be able to hit security, hit life. Oh, and side note, I forgot to mention, we play 2 blockers, 2 Bunny Joes, and each of a 2 cost 2k blocker. And I wasn't running it before, but I have very much been enjoying it, and it does its job. And the one attacking is if this character has 7,000 more power, give one of your opponent's characters or leaders minus 1 power for the turn. So if you get multiple of these on board, it's like you're like guaranteed game basically because they have to sacrifice so much hand just to try to stop you. Next we are playing for Lindbergh. Lindbergh is your spot removal, combos really well with the koala. So when attacking, if this character has 7,000 more power, you can KO one of your opponent's characters with 3,000 power or less. So very nice. And it has same exact trigger ability as the Morley. You may trash 1 card in your hand. If your leader card is multicolored, you can play this card. And then we were playing 4 Emperor Ivankov. 4 cost, 5k. So active main, if this character has 7,000 power or more, play up to 1 revolutionary army from your hand that has 5,000 power or less, other than himself, and you play for free. So what's really nice too, let's say you play this on your turn 4 curve, play it on your turn 2 curve if you go second, or third if you went first. You can play on the following turn, attach 2 Dawn to him, and then just play a free body, because it's 7k with the 2 Dawn. Alright, next all the yellow cards. So every yellow card in here has a trigger, because you want to make sure these are in your life and not in your hand. And so this is the best card in the deck for hitting it first check, because it basically semi-guarantees you game against other leaders that have 4 life, or even sometimes leaders that have 5 life. So Charlie Cracker, if you have less life cards than your opponent, this character gains double attack and plus 1,000 power. And trigger, you may trash 1 card in your hand, play this card. So this card it applies so much pressure early on. Like, it hit it for your first check. It happens a lot. It's happened like 4 to 5 times already in multiple games where it's been the first or second check. And when they see it, they're like, if they can't get rid of it, they're just like, well, I'm taking 2 damage. So with Belo Betty, you can just trash 1 card in your hand. He becomes 8k. His own skill gives him 1k. And then with the Dawn, it gives him another 1k. So he swings for 10k for 2 checks to your opponent's life, which is absurd. And that is why we play 4 of it. And next we play some defensive cards, but it can also be a good swinger because he has trigger. Just 4 Sanji blockers. If it's in your life, trash a card in your hand, play it for free. It's a 4k, 5k body, and it has blocker. Next we have Force Satori. Has no effect. It's just a 5 cost. You rarely ever or never play this card. Because you can trash 1 card in your hand, play this card once you hit it in a life. And we also play it too because it is a 2k counter. And it's just a body that can get played. And then we were playing 1 Charlotte Smoothie. Trash 1 card in your hand, play this card if it's hidden life. You may add, when attacking, you may add a card from life from the top or bottom of your life cards to your hand. And then she gets plus 2k power. So with just the Belo Betty skill alone, when she swings, you could add a life if you want to. She'll swing for 10k by herself without any Dawn. One card I've been debating about putting in, I was debating about taking out one of the Inazumas, is Charlotte Moscato, because it is a trigger as well. It's a 1 counter, 1k counter, 3 cost, 4k body. For 1 Dawn, when it attacks, it gets Banish. So that was Belo Betty's skill, be an 8k body that has Banish, which is pretty insane. But as a one of, I'm still like debating on it. And this is the only event card we play in the entire deck. It is Imperial Energy Hormone. So a counter up to one of your leader characters gains plus 3,000 power during his battle. Then play up to 1 Revolutionary type card with a 5,000 or less power from your hand. So it plays anything in the deck that isn't the yellow cards or the chopper, but it plays everything. So you can get the on plays from Koala, you can get the on plays from Kirasu, essentially stopping 2 attacks maybe, which is super nice because you can block the first attack, and let's say they don't have any more Dawn up or something. You can give minus 1k to their leader, and then they have to, if they want to try to hit your leader, they have to waste a Dawn to put underneath it. And then the trigger effect is you can play up to 1 Revolutionary Army from your hand. That's a 5 cost or less. I do not play the Sabo. I think the Sabo is very bad. It's a 6 cost, 7k power. On paper, it's okay. Has no combo, but its skill is not the greatest because it says on play KO up to 2 of your opponent's characters where their power combines to 4,000, and it says up to 4,000, so that is mediocre and it's not that great. Kuma does a better job than Sabo does. The only benefit to Sabo is that he has a 7k body, but that's the gist of it. Yeah, but I really hope you guys enjoyed this deck profile. Let me know what you guys think in the comment section below, and I'll see you guys next time.